Hay fever shouldn't hold you back. Alevia, prescription strength, now available in store.
You raise me up when I'm on the floor. You see me through when I'm lonely and scared, and I'm feeling true to the written word. And you're true to me, but still I need more. It would tear me apart to feel no one ever cared for me. You are my faith, my hope, my liberty. And when there's darkness all around, you shine bright for me. You are the guiding light to me. You are the tower of strength. You are the passion heart. When I lay in your embrace, and heaven is in your kiss. Salvation lies just to touch your way to me. You're the tower of strength.
Does work sometimes feel like you're playing in hard mode? Streamline your operations with Asana. Team up with easy collaboration, track down hidden files, make status updates that matter, and hit more milestones. Turn work game over into work game on with Asana.
Under blue moon I saw you, so soon you'll take me up in your arms, too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be the killing time, unwillingly mine. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin. He will wait until you give yourself to him. In the starlit nights I saw you, so cruelly you kissed me. Your lips a magic world, your sky all hung with jewels. The killing moon will come too soon. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin. He will wait until you give yourself to him. Under blue moon I saw you, so soon you'll take me up in your arms, too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be the killing time, unwillingly mine. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin. He will wait until you give yourself to him. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin. He will wait until you give yourself to him. You give yourself to him.
That's enough of that. Can't have it for too long because otherwise get in trouble. Good evening. Welcome to another thrilling Wednesday night hobby, I suppose. I haven't even positioned the cameras. Yeah, I'm a bit wet. It's hot. I just ran out of the shower, got dressed, got out here. Been a long, hot day. Those that haven't been in England, you know, wherever you are, it's probably hot. Everything's on fire, as we all know nowadays. Yes, so I hope you're all okay. Judge, you're foist. Well done. Congratulations. As I said to you last time, don't be ashamed to be first. You're allowed to be first. I am Win, indeed. And welcome, Rob. Good evening to you all, and everyone else for that matter. Nothing dries. So yes, what do I do there? I haven't. What's not working? What's that? That's better. We have light down here anyway. Yeah, he's just too hot. Even my beer, which I stuck into the freezer for about 20 odd minutes, is refusing to get any colder. It's just warm, warm, warm. I've only got the one, so I made it a big one. So anyway, how is everybody? Anyone need any lead belcher? Everybody needs lead belcher. Lead belcher is the king of hull pens. So I go wee, oh, and get you into position. Oh, snappy, snappy, grabby, grabby. So yeah, we have sprues. Angle, that's better. Yeah, Contemptor Dreadnought. Which, from what I've seen, there has been some really awesome poses done with these already, which is always nice to see. Because until us humble hobbyists can get our dirty little hands onto the actual things, we just go by what we see in the pictures that are released. And as we all know, once it gets out in the wild, yeah, people out there can just do amazing things with their hobby foo and create some amazing poses. I think Let's Make It Orky, she did a really good pose. I think it was her who done the superhero landing pose with her one. Or was I getting confused with Darcy Bono? Which is hard to get confused with. They're totally different people. It was a couple of weeks ago, but it's always stuck in my head. So, there's been some great models and builds, and so far it's all gone well. So yes, how is everybody? Are you on fire where you live? Are you not on fire? Is everything groovy? I hope so. Nobody deserves not to be groovy. Groovy is away. Right. So this is actually the first time I actually looked at the instructions for said Contemptor Dreadnought. If I remember correctly as well, Rob, you magnetised or stuck a magnet underneath the hood of the top part, didn't you? So that's something I probably will copy, because having the ability to so I'm just trying to see if there's any markers in here. Ah, that might work. Yeah, that's good, he says roughly. Wow, stinks. Washers has started on the Direwolf, building a Reaver with multiple options this weekend. Legion Metaxas for a change. That is a bit different, isn't it? Going to a black and red to the purple with black. Right, where to start? We need an A20. I'll put that to the side for now. I hope you're all having a good week so far, whatever you're doing. Getting acclimatized to there we are. Right, A18. Hot. I'll probably we'll be speaking more about playing Age of Darkness a bit later, once somebody has turned up. 21. individual footy. Ah, there it is. I forgot to back mine. I think a 3 or 4 mil will fit into the elbow ring. Right. I did order some magnet. I think it was 4x1s and 4x2s, and then I sort of realised that because the 4x2s are for the actual elbow ring, and 4.1 for the actual either side, but I'd ordered the 2s and the 1s, and then realised, well, why am I ordering both? But I went to cancel it, and they wouldn't let me. No, it's already been dispatched. Yeah, so if anybody needs some 4x2s, I'm sure I'll be able to help out at some stage. There are recesses in the weapons and magnets as well. Yeah. So that's why I went for the thin ones, but it just seems silly buying loads of magnets. I know you use loads of magnets anyway, but having other stuff, you know, it just seems always having to buy like 50 magnets, and I'm not going to be using anywhere near that. It's not as if I can just start sticking them onto other things. But I suppose now I've got them, so that's the main thing. Right. This is a piece of schmuck. That's the wrong way round. It's the wrong way round, obviously. Twat. 19. So, quite like these kits. First one takes a little while, but then they become super easy. That's the thing. It's getting familiar with the kits, which is the important thing. Kind of mullered this a little bit because I was putting it on the wrong way. Hey ho. Hey! Why, hello there, Mr. Leaky of the Cheese. How are you, my little lovely? I heard tell of how mean and nasty you were to Ivy in the games with your Gorvaback. Or Galvaback, sorry. But as I said to you the other day, I just hope you all had fun, and that's the main thing with all this hobbying business. But you're all cool, buddy? How's things? Excellent. Fine forge. Yeah, it's like a foot in 4 pieces. Oh my god. I wasn't prepared for this amount of parts. It's almost getting to like Warhound level. So many toes. 1 foot. There you go. Me, mean, nasty. Oh, no, sir. Oh, no, not you, sir. You are the epitome of sweet and angelic. No, she said she had a really lovely time. Really enjoyed the game, even though you walloped her. Yeah, she hopefully she should be on soon, because she's got the building rage. She wants to build stuff. Obviously, she can't build a Kratos. Those raptors, oh my god, they scared the crap out of me. They were a strong wallop. No, I think I did that. It weren't, obviously she had a bit of bad luck with the raptors not turning up earlier. But my plucky Emperor's Children did what all Emperor's Children would do, and just shot lots. It was fun as well, though. That's the main thing, and I learned lots, and there was some yeah, this old dog learned new tricks. So yeah, it was really fun to actually play a bit of the new 40k. So it was well worth it. Absolutely stonker of a day, hot as fuck, but really enjoyable. And hopefully we'll get some more games at some point. Possibly organise a visit up to Warhammer World at some point, but I did warn her. August is a really busy month for me, so it's a bit hard to organise things then. So yeah, it's just one of those things. There's like so much to do, so much gaming to get involved in. I'd like to get some more games on a more regular basis, but obviously we're all spread out everywhere, which the annoyance of the internet age, I guess. You know, make all these friends everywhere, and we're all over the shop. Wait till you get to the shoulders. Cheers. Yeah, it was intense at times. I never truly go into a game 100% confident that I'm going to win, but you know, just see how it goes. It's a training mission, as far as I saw, and it was a fun training mission. We had fun, so that's the main thing. Toes, yay! Oof. So many parts. Oh. Yeah, we sure are glad you had a good game with Ivy as well. Yeah. I'll say there's 10 Galvaback, Vorback, and Argyle Tower is a Death Star of distinction. Yes. As the I say, like with like using Sol Tarvitz, and got the model, got to use him, and yeah, it was quite a good character. Obviously, his charnable broadsword is actually quite nice now, a lot more, you know, badass. But his sort of specials that he has are more set up to be fighting up against Emperor's Children, He doesn't get any other buffs to his stuff if he's fighting any other legion, only Emperor's Children. So even though, you know, on this event there was a choice of 4 legions to fight, obviously traitor versions of, he only gets buffs to Emperor's Children, which is a bit of an arse, really, especially when you're fighting other traitors. If it was just traitors, fine, but no. And obviously he doesn't go past. It's defend free. And his warlord traits as well, although it was better than what he had previously, because what he had previously only benefited the army if they're within their deployment zone. So it's like, well, how often do you just stay in your deployment zone if you've got to go, you know, to objectives? You can't just stay within your 6 inches or 12 inches or whatever it is. So yeah, bit situational, very situational, to be fair. So yeah. 16. I haven't actually looked up on his thing again, because I'm not sure that if it states on his warlord traits that, or character, that you have to have him as your warlord if you choose him, because as a secondary character, you know, he's quite good, to be fair. You know, that Charnable Broadsword is a very nice little weapon. Plus, he obviously with that he gets buffed to initiative, so he can actually, you know, initiative 7 is not to be sniffed at. Though, yeah, it was it was funny being charged and I'm going first because they're on the initiative 5 in close combat. That's 4, that's 15. Oh, there are so many parts. Come back, Forge World, always forgiven. Sorry. Beep 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 beep. Sorry, just organising stuff. Really, I'm really not organised. This heat really does zonk me. I found something similar with Argyle. To use his wings, umbral pinions, he can't be in a squad. However, his only way to get an invulnerable. Yeah, it's much like with Sevatar, that he can't deep strike, but if he's in with the Atramentar, he can. So I did sort of say to Ivy that that's pretty much sort of trying to get people to do Atramentar, to get the buffs and stuff. So but Sevatar's nasty as he is, you know, having the ability to do 2 reactions is quite handy. Right, so I'm assuming if I did glue that together, I can just pop that over the top there, can't I? So I don't have to glue it in place yet. What was your overall opinion with the reactions and stuff? I did enjoy how they played out. A message from Ivy. She's just watching the women's football. She'll be on. Yeah, I found, although it did take me like a couple of turns to get used to the idea that I can only do certain things in certain phases of the actual game, and continue. But I got counter attack, but I haven't charged you. Oh, all right. Yes, lovely. That's cool. I like that. Oh yes, there you go. He split Argyle from gizzard to groin with his first round of combat. Note to self: never accept challenges from Sevatar, unless you're called Sigismund, or even Mr. Soltarvitz, because it's Initiative 7, and he does Initiative 7 with his Charnable broadsword. So, and he has the Murderous Strike as well, which did in he done a challenge with an apothecary. Just murdered him. Although the interesting thing as well is Emperor's Children Power Fists hitting our Initiative 2 because they get the +1 to close combat initiative. So yes, if you read it, they have Initiative 2 Power Fists, which scared the crap out of life. What? No. Well, she actually pointed it out. I mean, what? That's awesome. Yes, I do like what's going with Age of Darkness. Obviously, at some point, I'll hopefully get these little dudes all built and painted. I have the Mark 6 for my who can we do today? Iron Warriors. That's it. Yeah, the Iron Warriors. Yeah, no, they've got, because that's the thing. Like, Emperor's Children should be played as a maneuverable, flowing army. That's their thing. There was one point where I was going to be shooting Ivy's Sikaran with a big nasty conversion beamer at maximum range sort of thing. So it would have been like strength 12, AP 1 kind of situation. And she used her reactions to get out of dodge and moved it across. So that was in the second turn. No, so that was in the first turn. No, second turn. Yeah, because night fighting had gone. So she buzzed them out of the way and put them in like this corner, because we was going from long end to long end. It's the map that the setup we had. So she thought, ha 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 ha, I'm out the way. Just when it came round to the turn that my Maruskara came into effect, and my Dreadnought, basically my version of Ancient Rylanor, came on right behind it, and then at that point she went meh. So it was in my turn. Sorry, he came on, and then she done a reaction to move away, and then because Sevatar was on there, she used another reaction to sort of pivot a tank, sort of thing. So she took it away from Ancient Rylanor, from hitting it in the back side, which is all well and good, but to be fair, she didn't really have much place to go, because you had Rylanor in front of her. You had the other Contemptor, what was in range with its guns, and she basically put herself back into being shot with the conversion beamer. So yeah, and it was actually the Kerry's assault cannons that did the most damage from my dual wielding one. Old lefty and righty opened up and basically popped its clogs through damage taken. So yes. She did get the moral victory because she was obsessed. Well, I say obsessed. She just wanted to kill my little rhino transport that I had. That Soul had been driving in. So she managed to annihilate that with a squad of the spoilers. The spoiler squad came in, ruined it. Ooh. Yeah, they really do have an impact. Like, even if you know, you've been trying to get that little setup that you want to get your little dudes to charge in and, you know, do this amazing sort of like alpha strike move, and then suddenly they evade you and all that. You go, but it keeps the interest going, because then you're, well, I was like saying, okay, right, they've moved there. What can I do now? And then you just try and nab them some other way. Praetors on 40mm bases. Oh, yeah. I don't think you can do that if you want. There's no real sort of rule that they have to be on 32s. Well, obviously, if they're a Terminator Praetor, then yeah, you'd be on a 40mm anyway. So. Yeah, because they do seem a little bit bigger, those the new Praetors. I haven't. I thought I'd had the sprues with them with me, but I have not. I've not tried it yet. I'm not sure. Building Exodus character and wondering if I should put him on 40mm. Well, if you've given him a bit of scenery, I suppose. But then, was it most characters are on 32 anyway? Like Tarvis is on a 32. yeah, 32, so he can get around, hide in all the holes. We all know, like, Praetors like to sneak and hide. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you was aware, Leaky, that Exodus, the the saboteur assassin type dude for the Alpha Legion, can be taken multiple times. Because it's not, Exodus is just a position, not a character as such. Or it is a character, but you can. But obviously you can't have them all, because they can't lead the army, so you've got to have one leading dude. Yeah, Ivy with her her Mora attack with the Volkites. Oh my god, how many shots? All the shots. Yeah, they can. Yeah, it's not unique. The other thing I liked about the Alpha Legion in there is that, and who she is. Hello, little one. It sounds a bit cheesy, but then, you know, you can have multiple more attacks. You can have multiple other characters like consoles and stuff, and he is a bit of a console. No, so I was watching the England ladies yesterday against Norway before leaving the kids. Not yesterday, Monday. So. Yeah, I do enjoy watching the occasional women's football. It's quite good. Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that. Fun fact for those history buffs that are out there: Portugal is Britain's longest-serving ally. And in fact, they were, during World War II, they were basically going to come in with their ally, us. So right, we'll be ready, we'll be with you. And basically Churchill said, no, you steady on there, you keep neutral. And then it gives us an opportunity to utilise Portugal to get our spies in and out, and any sort of like stragglers if they land there, because obviously Spain was fascist at the time, even though it kept it neutral as well. But yeah, I was actually saving them, but Leaky turned up and was sort of like I told him off for being mean and nasty to you. Was it whopped or walloped? I can't remember. It had a something like that. I was speaking as a concerned parent. You've been mean and nasty. You big bully. Picking on my little girl like that. I'd drive away up there and give you a piece of my mind, young man. No, as I was saying earlier on, that I learned quite a lot from the game, and obviously, I think obviously it helped me actually come to terms with things. Although I still want to counter attack. I've got counter attack 1. I want to use it, but I've got counter attack, Ivy. I've got counter attack. I just wanted my counter attack. Can I do my counter attack now? Hey, obrigado. That's the only thing I remember about Portuguese. I was taught Portuguese, a few Portuguese phrases in the infant school. And obrigado. Thank you. So we are supporting Portugal here tonight. Yeah, I don't get to use my advanced reaction either. No. You was quite evasive. It was really hard to pin down. But yes, no, your manoeuvring was quite good, and as I said to you, with your the way that you approached the army around the building was it's what I would have done in that situation. Oh, no worries, dude. Thanks for dropping in, and I hope your direwolf is looking awesome and stuff. And I'll see you on Saturday. Take it easy, and we'll see you then. Thanks for dropping in. So many sweets. That's a bit worrying. For some reason I've got, but just if it does, hopefully it will sort itself out. Fingers crossed anyway. It seems to be back to normal now. Oh, sorry. Whether or not it was something to do with the fruit pastels, I do not know. It's a worrying thing now. If fruit pastels can actually affect your internet connection. But yeah, no, it's the game. I really did. It was probably one of my most funnest games I've had. Obviously, you know, the company did help. But yeah, no, it was an enjoyable romp into the world of Age of Darkness Volume 2. And I think obviously we learned quite a lot about our forces, and hopefully the lessons learned will go to improve our tactical awareness and skill. I'm expecting great things from Ivy. For she shall rise and destroy us all. For darken. Oh, right, okay, so 2 lots of them. I'm the best opponent anyone can hope for because I'm good at knowing the rules, a very gracious loser, and absolutely terrible at the game. You are not terrible at the game. You did, on occasions, make me think, oh, what the fuck am I going to do to deal with this? I think I was, in some respects, let off it because your reinforcements didn't turn up until later, and that was that helped out. Plus, obviously, when you did turn up, you did have that little mishap and got repositioned. So it's you know, good luck, bad luck. You know, I think we had a bit of both, really. You know, like my shooting, although obviously there was a lot of shooting going on. You know, the amount of Fury of the Legions that you survived, it was really impressive. You did well. I think obviously up until your Night Raptors turned up. Did I have had no? I don't think I'd lost. I hadn't lost anyone until the Night Raptors turned up, and then when they did turn up, and you sort of eliminated that tactical squad and apothecary, which again, when I was trying to hit you with my Initiative 2 Power Fist and missed you completely. So it's the luck of the dice. Build a runner street and apply some spooky cheeses. Not mean at all. The surprise multiple melter. Yeah, my only melter in that, because I was saying about when I was pointing everything up, I thought, oh, I could have a rhino with a multi-melter on it. That'd be pretty cool. And then I added it up properly, realised I was 15 points over. I thought, where the hell was that? Because I hadn't included a weapon. No, I had included the weapon on the points I was working out, but I hadn't adjusted the points at the bottom. So I thought I had 90 points to play with, but I only had 50 points to play with. So I had to get rid of that, and I put a combi melter on there. And the one shot I got off with the combi melter, with the melter element of it, because it's only a one-shot weapon now, for combis and combi plasmas, combi melters and combi plasmas, and I think combi, I don't know if combi Volkites were as well. Can't remember, but yeah, they're only one shot because that's a whole magna and minor variations. But yeah, totally missed. You know, the one shot wonder that always misses. I missed, so it's like, meh, harumph. In our game, a Leviathan completely scuppered your sabres with one very lucky shot. The Raptors are the linchpin. But you said that you scared the crap out of me with that bloody the amount of fires of from that oh bloody hell, I can't even think of it bloody well. I said it earlier on as well. The Pravian, not Pravian, Moritat, that's him. Those twin Volcos, oh my god! And when I told you, it's like, oh yeah, it's Serpentas are 2 each. And you went, what? That's like 24 shots. What do you mean? What? What do you mean 20? You get 24 shots? But yeah, it was obviously the retaliatory fire took him out, but he deserved it. It scared me. I was like, oh my god, what's happening? Truly terrifying moment. I'm sure I'll wake up in the middle of the night, sweat dripping. Mm. Yeah, I always wanted to, because the thing is, with even in the old edition, because the original Moritat was a bit OT, especially with plasmas, because he would just go around just annihilating like everything. And obviously they adjusted that, like with the ones and stuff. So we couldn't go with their chain fire and just go around eliminating so much more stuff. But there was one Moritat that you could still equip with dual plasma, and that was the Raven Guard Moritat. Because it only works in certain circumstances. You'd have to be doing Raven Guard utilising the old Decapitation Strike, because they get re-rolls of 1s against independent characters. So you use your Moritat to kill a Primarch, basically. So you obviously, if Primarch had bodyguards, then yeah, you send in some destroyers against them maybe, but otherwise you send in the Moritat, because with chainfire, re-rolling 1s against independent characters, you just go pew pew pew. I'll re-roll that, thank you. Pew 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 pew. I'll re-roll that, thank you. Pew 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 pew. And just put so many bloody wounds into it, which will be on his invulnerable saves. So, which is normally 4+, I think, was the. Most of them. I think there was like a couple that was a 3+. It wasn't like Perturabo and 3+ and Mortarion. I had to open the door. The door was shut. I thought, it's getting a bit warm in here. I want someone to do a disintegrator pistol Moritat. So I haven't looked into Moritat builds. Yeah, Inferno pistol for Blood Angels, definitely, yeah. Because if it's an option, you take it and you go around and just blast everything. Ferris was 3+. Yeah, because not all of them had 3+. I think most of them were 4+ for the most part. Didn't save his head? No. Not when you're up against the Master Duelist in Fulgrim, because he was like Initiative 8, wasn't he? And that was his thing. That the only like you can only disengage from close combat with Fulgrim is if you're on par with his initiative. So Corax could, because he was Initiative 7, but with his one of his abilities, he used to be able to, on like the first turn of combat, he was initiative 8, so you attack simultaneously, and then you can disengage, withdraw off the table, and then come back again next turn, sort of thing. So it's like proper guerrilla warfare, just running. Because one thing Korax had was that I think he had the most attacks, or he could have the most attacks. He could like have another 3 attacks. So his base was, I think, 6 attacks normal. So 7 on the charge, and then you could have an additional 3, depending on that. He had 3 options. So like you can either go for a higher strength thing, or somebody could not hit him. They could only hit him on a 6, and then the other one was to do more attacks. So that was quite handy. But then, if you were like when I killed Fulgrim, I was using Korax. I was telling Ivy because Korax attacks, close combat weapons do blind as well, and I blinded Fulgrim, so he was weapon skill 1, ballistic skill 1, initiative 1, and then he got pummeled by some Castellax and Korax. And in celebration of defeating Fulgrim, Korax then consolidated into a Spartan and then killed that as well. Korax, such a beast. He was fun. Oh, anyone who's into Marvel, they are currently near to where I work, filming Loki season 2, because one of my fitters messaged me the other day, was saying, "Oh, you like Marvel, didn't you? Because they're filming Loki at the end of my road." I went, "What?" And he was actually telling me what the site searchers had found this old. It was an old Indian restaurant, and it's been closed down for like 7-8 years or something like that, and they're currently turning it into a McDonald's. So he sent me this picture earlier on of, you can just see above where the M is, you can see the Raj Villa, as it was known, the American cars that they've slipped in and around, and Hiddleston and Owen Wilson, Owen Wilson were on site there on Monday, doing some looks at rounds on bits and pieces. But yeah, so they've got some American cars there, and they've been doing up the site. So obviously doing low shots, so you just get the arches. So that's a bit different. Actually, also near to them is where they filmed parts of Spider-Man Far Away From Home as well, or No Way Home. What was it? What was the last one? Whatever that one is. Up in Bishop Stortford. Yes, so that's some interesting movie. And also, today is a legendary date in awesomeness, because one of my favourite movies was released on this day in 1984, and that is the film that is The Last Starfighter. What's a Marvel? Oh, that's for everybody else. You are my war child. You're all about destruction, murder, cleansing people's flesh from their bones, as any good Night Lord would do. Cracking open the plastics. Yes. that is a movie and a half. One of the bestiest movies ever for a young chap like me to fall in love with. I use all the time I save by never seeing movies to focus on insensate bloodshed. That's my girl. Oh, bugger. Actually, Ivy, what do you reckon, right? I'm thinking about doing a new Praetor model for my Emperor's Children, for the Loyalist Emperor's Children. But trying to find a head that has got a beard and long hair. Because I feel that I should actually represent in their model form. Is that a wise idea or nay? Or are you still convinced I should be a space wolf? Yeah, because that was something I was going to sort of mention when you said that. The beardiest heads are the new Praetors from the... Oh yeah. Yes, maybe. Well, I'll have a look at that later. As I said, I've got the sprues out, but I haven't actually touched them as yet. Yeah, so years ago, amongst hobby group sort of thing, we were saying like, okay, what Space Marine chapter or legion you identify with. So like for me, it always used to be Ultramarines, because of the box art, which I've said loads of times before. So alright, cheers dude. Yeah, do you know what? Funnily enough, House Lannister Emperor's Children mashup. Sorry. Wow. So in 40k, I most identify with Flesh Terrors. In 30k, the World Eaters. Wow. I was going to build you as an Alpha Legion Librarian. What, me? Oh, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, no, it's say like I always associated, because of the old Ultramarine box set, where the Ultramarines are storming through the breach sort of thing with the beaky heads with the shark sort of things. TV, so I really loved that, and that's what sort of drew me to the Ultramarine. Not so much the Codex stuff, but that sort of thing. Obviously, as you grow older, you find other things that you like and all that. So, but yeah, so we was asking like, who do you identify with? But then we flipped it, because everyone does that. Said, right, okay, who do you reckon this person is what legion do you associate with them, sort of thing. So it's like your peers giving their verdict on what sort of legion they would be. And now this is back when I didn't have as long hair and not as beard graced as I am now. And somebody basically, and a few people actually put me down as a blood angel. So I thought, oh, okay, that was a bit left field. I was not expecting that at all. But you think about it, you think, oh yeah, I suppose. I do get a little bit, when I get angry, I go, ah, and stuff. Not that I get angry that much, but when I do, it is, the old black rage. But yeah. Ivy as a saboteur. Oh, nice. But I reckon I'll get a lot of backlash for making a female Marine. But as the Alpha Legion, we can do and employ one. Anyone. Yeah. Give her a helmet. So. Do Ivy as Legio 12, Master of the Pits. I used to be quite dashing in my younger butcher days. I was the best Space Marine material back then. Oh, bless you. Chapters. You know the dude that's with Helbreck, the one polishing the blood off the sword. Yeah, for some reason Ivy thinks she's an old hack. She isn't. I'm cutting the wrong bits off now. Getting ahead of myself. Distracted. I fully expect to be made as a waste removal servitor. So I plunge a lot. What the hell am I doing? I completely lost it. And that goes elsewhere. There it is. You can't see the woods for the trees. Yeah, no, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Like they did in Legion. John Grammaticus mini with rules. Yeah, but John Grammaticus wasn't theirs. They had Het and the other dude, and Ingo Peck was involved. I'll tell you what, like since yesterday as well, I saw someone was posting up like what song you'd have to play to them to a person if Vankus, or whatever his name was, from Stranger Things, was trying to get you, because obviously that was the whole thing about why Kate Bush was trending in recent weeks, because of the whole Stranger Things tie-in. And on one of my friends who posted it, someone replied with Tower of Strength from The Mission. And I haven't been able to stop listening to it. I haven't listened to it in years. And you know, like you get reminded of a song and you just go, oh yeah, that was pretty cool. And I've just been listening to it repeatedly. Earwormed. Hurtado Bronzy. That's it. That's the dude. Just have a random Hydra tattoo somewhere. They have some really cool operatives. I can't remember. There was a short story where basically Alfarius goes and visits somebody. She goes, yeah. Want you as an operative. Well, you say that like now, I can't remember what model I was building, but I honestly listened. It was it was a Bananarama song. It was a cover they did, Nathan Jones, and Hydra Tramp Stamp. I was building. I can't remember if it was it was only like, well, it was this year. I can't remember. But I just got into this focused area and I was listening to it. I was like, had it on YouTube on my phone. Bananarama doing Nathan Jones video, and then I mixed it up by having some other ones on there, like they're live on Top of the Pops. But I just constantly just listen to that song as I'm building this model, and just for a good couple of hours till I built it all. And yeah, just went with it. It worked. It just ooh. Actual, yeah, you cannot not laugh at that. Hydra Tramp Stamp. Oh yeah. Tramp that stamp. Nathan Jones, you've been gone too long. And now I've just gone on to Trumpton for some reason. No, it's either the engine. Or was it? Oh, I don't know. No, that's a magical thing from some kids program. I can't bloody remember. Home, 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 home. What am I doing? I'm looking. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that. Am I doing that? I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing that. I'm doing a bit of that. How's your rhino going, Ivy? Are we good? I was telling about your moral victory kill. Taking out that the rhino. It's like it became obsession. It must die. She did. She absolutely slaughtered it. So like 35 attacks or something. It was something stupid amount of attacks. It had no way of surviving. It was the most eloquent way of overkill I've seen in many years. Going well. I'm going to have 2 Terror Troopers hanging out the Rhino's top hatch and side doors. Well, safety first. That's all that's important. Those little Terror Troops, those little spooky boys. And as I say, the other thing was getting to see our Alpha Legions together as well, which was quite nice. No, I haven't built a new Rhino yet. Not got round to them as of yet. You want a Rhino? Well, I would have thought you already had like a stockpile, a whole garage full of Rhinos ready and waiting for the loving attentions of Poop Servitor Leaky 561. Mainly because I can't make up my mind about it. Oh, what do you mean you can't make up your mind about the Kratos? What are you talking about? You've got to get the Kratos. Kratos is awesome. Although I still don't understand why everyone wants to go like all Volkite with it. Yeah, you get 12 shots with the main one, but still. Give me that Kratos cannon every day. That thing can destroy. Beep, 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 beep. Do, 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 do. I love you. That's my good girl. That is such. Say. Battle cannon all the time. 3 various shots. It's a no-brainer. But the Volkite pin, yeah, but you have Volkites on the side. Main gun doesn't need it. Main gun, you want to obliterate your enemies. Give them some like AP for a tank, or the other thing you got to spend the extra 10 points for. But that's the thing I like. That it comes with 2 shell types as standard, and then you can buy the 3rd. But who needs pinning if you eradicate the unit? Because you're doing instant death on most things apart from Terminators. It's a large template as well. You got your tank penetrator. So unfortunately I haven't got my books with me, but I know like the tank, they're all strength 8, apart from the Flashburn ones, which is like strength 10 with Gits Hot. But you've got your AP one, which is like AP 1 or AP 2, strength 8, I think. Otherwise it's AP 3 normal and strength 8, so you're double the toughness, so instant death. I see you're not a fan of the tune, Mr. Forge. I didn't say that. I didn't say that because my first Kratos has Volkites on the side, because you get a lot of shots from the Culverines and you get the bonus shots. You know, it makes sense. And infantry. Then I've got on the two pintle mount, or not pintle mounts, the two little turrets, I've got auto cannons. Because again, you still got 4 shots out of them, but your higher strength for, you know, dealing heavier hits, sort of thing. AP4, but with rending on 6+, which is handy dandy. And then the main battle gun, because it's a no-brainer. The Kratos battle cannon is just, and it looks fucking awesome. Come on. HE shells do have pin. I'll shut up now and return to my waste removal tunes. See, and this is what this is all about: hanging out, discussing things, and then realizing we were all wrong in one shape or another. Yeah, well, actually, something I was saying earlier on, Ivy, was like with Soul Targets is a good character model to have, but if there was an option that you can take him without him being the actual warlord, because that warlord trait, like how often would we going, oh, wait a sec, no, that doesn't account, I'm not outnumbered, I'm not in combat, I can't do it. And so you can't actually utilise it. And then his other little thing where he gets, you know, bonuses to strength and weapon skill and stuff like that, but it only counts if he's fighting Emperor's children. So again, he's a sort of situational, as awesome as a character he is, very situational. So it's not really so as a second option as someone in the army with a nasty weapon. Yeah, it's good. Yay! Build a Kratos. Welcome to the Kratos crowd. Boom, boom. Oh, head. Yeah, I think with the Kratos, it's like 800 points for 2 of them. With all the gubbins that you want for it. Or thereabouts. And 1 heavy support choice. 800 points. We've got the Predators to come out soon. Classic Sicarans at some point, no doubt. Then all the Mechanica starts up. So, and that's why I was saying he was being mean. Have you actually heard back anything on that, Ivy? Have they been in contact over the 2 left sprues? Oh, that's a fucker. Pretty tossy. We've head out. Never Jones, you've been gone too long. Talking of which, a question: can Kratos main cannon benefit from both the coax autocannon and Nuncio Vox? I'm assuming, like they used to do with Baneblades, the coaxial, if you fired that, then it gave like a buff to the main gun shooting. However, I have no idea if that is actually a thing in this particular system or thing, unfortunately. And I haven't got my book, so I can't look for you, unfortunately. But that's what you used to do with the old Baneblade, was you'd fire the coaxial first, and it gave like a buff to your shooting of the main gun. because that's the one you want to hit. The coaxial autocannon is the one that's next to the main cannon turret on the Kratos. So it operates as a normal autocannon, but it's whether or not it does the same thing as I said the old Baneblade used to do, because it's a coaxial one. So it's like a targeting gun. You shoot with that, and then you'd get a bonus to your actual shooting. I haven't seen anything. Yeah, so yeah, basically that's the buff. That's the thing. Now they're definitely sort of making it that we need to take every sort of option with our tactical squads, and so you've got to have Nuncio Voxes, you've got to have Vexia with your troops. Like Vexia are pretty much like a must-have, really. I don't know what reroll misses means on a blast weapon. I'm thinking nothing because there's no hit roll. So that's the thing. It's like, didn't it used to be like you'd roll to hit? If you hit, the template hits the thing. If you miss, then you roll scatter with 2d6 minusing off your ballistic skill. I'm sure that's how it used to be. But again, I haven't really read up much on the new rules. What's been changed? So the Corax, the coaxial autocannon, you roll to hit, and if you score at least one hit, you get a reroll misses on the main gun. Yeah, so that would be. So that's how I would have treated it, because that's what you used to do with Baneblades. So yeah. So I'll just check that. Oh, that's nice. What a nice tank. Oh, ooh, that is an interesting head that you posted up there. Possibilities. I've sorry. What are we doing? What was you talking about? I'm trying to catch up now. Yeah, I understood that part. I'm saying that with blast weapons, there's not a roll to hit, so there'd be nothing to re-roll since you figure out how many hits from the scatter. I wonder where the rules for coaxial weapons are. I can't see them in the Kratos entry. Ah, it's from the Chaos Marauder kit. Alright, cool. It's actually a really cool head. I'll look into those. New sweets. Right. Now, the one thing I will say with Contemptors, I'm with doing, should always do a Contemptor Talon. So it's 3 Contemptors. And I'm of the opinion, as my personal opinion, how I would like to set them out, and it seems to have worked. I think Ivy can attest to it working. You have one all weapons, all shooty, like fire support, and then you have 2. You mix it up with having a power fist or chain fist or whatever. Obviously you get hand weapon. You can always put in like plasma blast gun, melter gun, grav gun, flamer, and a shooty, because those fists are something else. A dreadnought in close combat with AP2 and doing brutal, so that's 3 wounds per hit. Yeah, that is just like, that's taking out that's taking out some lesser characters, or actually like squad leaders or whatever. It is fundamentally a must, having at least one. I with my Thousand Sons, I got into my head what would be a really great idea to do is create what I called the Iron Man class Contemptor Dreadnought, in which you had 2 close combat weapons, 2 power fists, but in hands were both plasma blast guns. Because I'm thinking, oh, that's 4 shots. That's 4 shots with a plasma. That's lethal. That's gonna kill Terminators or take some wounds off of somebody, and then you punch the crap out of them, something. And the first time I used it, I basically just threw a couple of ones. I had 1 wound left, 1 hit point left. Sorry, on it after my first turn of shooting. So it seemed like a great idea at the time, but that's the risk you run with plasma. God bless it. Yeah, Leaky, don't mess with my girl. She knows the rules, bitch. really should read the rules. That's why I love playing against Ivy, because she knew shit and she told me stuff that I didn't even know I had, which is beautiful. Oh, this is brilliant! You know, a debate, rules debate. Yeah, I'm feeling it, baby. I'm feeling it. I'm still making you a librarian. Thank you. You're right. Really, I'm now promoting myself as a waste removal to burger servitor. Burger servitor. Ooh. That's really cool that they specifically call that eventuality out. Fancy a burger? Pooh Smith no longer. Hope your hands are clean. So you've been promoted out of the Adeptus Theseus into the Burgerium. Gentrified servitor. So let's now talk about nuance. Nuance. Or is that maybe nuance? Vox nunts. These are not nonce. Vox nonce. They're just lovely. That just fits in there so well. God damn you. So it seems Nuncio Vox rerolls to scatter, not to hit. Does that mean you can do both? Well, you can't reroll a reroll. Is what they've always chimed in with in the past. But yeah, that's Yeah, that's a bit of a yeah, because if you hit, you don't scatter. But obviously, if you scatter, you re-roll to the scatter dice. I don't. Yeah. You would. I would assume you'd only choose one of them. You can't have two attempts on re-rolls. As such, if you know what I mean, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, it seems like a bit of an edge case because you're not technically re-rolling the hit roll a second time, you're re-rolling the scatter. Yeah, no, I'd say, if you can use like the coaxial one to re-roll the hit is one thing, and obviously if you foul that, then you can re-roll the scatter. That's how I would see with the with the yeah. So you could. Yeah, because obviously, yeah. So if you roll to hit, you miss. You use one to try and re-roll the hit. If it misses again, then you go to the scattering. You roll your scatter, and you get 12. You can then re-roll it with the other thing because it's a separate part. It's not two hit. It's the scatter side of things. So I think you can do it that way. So you've got to re-roll to hit, and then failing that, you can fall back on the scatter one. That sound workable? Because you've got the two items that you're utilising, as long as they're adhered to the rules of the Nuncio Vox. So you have to be within range of it as well, don't you? I think if you've got to be within 18 inches of a Nuncio Vox for things, ish. Not sure. I haven't got a book here. But if the autocannon gets knocked out, then you have a backup for re-rolls if you have a Nuncio and an LOS. Well, yeah, so if that covers both eventualities with the Nuncio Vox, then yeah. But obviously, if you haven't got a Nuncio Vox, then everything's moot. So you just got the one option. So yeah, I would, yeah. So the Nuncio Vox can't re-roll to hit, can it? It's just to re-roll the scatter. When the coaxial can re-roll the hit. So that's how I would do it. I would be like, go to shoot, you miss, you re-roll with the coaxial, you still miss, then you go to the scattering phase, you roll your scatter, and you say you roll high, and then you go, right, I'll roll both dice on the Nuncio Vox if it's in range. Oh, right, so it's unlimited range, you just need LOS, okay. Right. This little faceplate done. So it's nice having you both here because, well, it's always nice having you both here, but it's nice having you both here and armed with books because obviously it is still a learning process for us all. So having this little sort of chat about rules is actually really quite interesting and really quite helpful. Because so there's a lot of like, I'm the person that will just move 6 inches, shoot, and then whatever. You know, there's lots of things that are missing from my game, and that's probably why I keep it simple. So I don't, because the amount of times I forget special rules and stuff like that. Like, Ivy, I've got counter attack. Can I use it now, please? But I've got counter attack. I want to use it. Yeah, there's so much that you have to take in, and sometimes I don't register what I'm actually reading. There's a lot of subtlety in the Heresy game. Yeah, there's lots of subtlety and nuance, and all those little special rules. And I think with the Heresy game, and I've said this for years, you know, where people say, "Oh, but I want to have orcs, I want to have Eldar in it," like with AT, I want to have orcs, I want to have Eldar in it, Elder Titans and Orc Gargants. But as soon as you introduce them into the game, it's going to go 40k way. And 40k is bewildering at the best of time. Whereas Heresy, you've got that level playing field for the most part, because you've only got the three, you know, humans, obviously, like Solar Auxiliary, cultists, you know, militia type options. Although you can have obviously Imperial Knight forces, but then they're part of the Mechanicum sort of thing. But for like infantry heavy armies and stuff, you know, it is fairly even Stevens for the most part, because obviously the legions are little bits of things just to make them different. But once you start introducing alien races with all their sort of special bits and pieces, then it's just going to get stupid. So yeah, not a fan. I'd rather keep it as it focus sort of thing, like, you know, Great Crusade and stuff. Whether or not they do a system where you can actually play, like I've played my Raven Guard against 40k Eldar, and that was quite harsh. And it just, you know, they play their rule, because at the time 7th edition was, you know, same both ways really. It's when they went obviously to 8th and it totally changed the sort of dynamic. But yeah, it worked for the most part, and yeah, it was an interesting game. Delicious crunch, food of my people, the grognards. Yeah, once you understand the rules, it's easy to keep track of everything. Oh, we honorary grognards. Oh, definitely. Oh, we are the people. played Dark Elder versus 30k Space Marines a few weeks ago. It was so good. Ah. Yeah, that's, I mean, if you're on the same sort of like general basics, like, you know, moving 6 inches and all that sort of shenanigans and all that, then yeah, I enjoyed the game. It was nice, although obviously they're like mega psychic powers shenanigans. Until Korax turned up and slaughtered the Farseer. No, 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 no. But yes, all right. You again. We only good a few turns in, sadly, but I shot things with Raiders and Ravagers, and fun was had. Again, that's all we need is fun to be had. I always think Legion Marines will whoop Xenos just because they have Volkite. You're obsessed with that stuff. I hope it wouldn't be too impossible to port 7th Xenos into New Heresy. Yeah, I think you really need transports. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, first, the love of badgers. Yeah, sorry, it was a bit focusy there. What we're going to... I love if Dark Elder were in this rule set because Deep Strike is so good now. True, Deep Strike is far better than before, a lot more useful and fun. It's so weird building a large heresy tank without handling big blocks of resin. True. And my boy's here. Hello there, son. Gotta open that door again. Keep on closing on us. Evening, all stopping to say hi as I'm on till. Oh, well, I hope your day goes quick, my boy, and that you get home relatively quickly from work. Sorry, I was just trying to. just enough to look good for the dudes riding out the sunroof. Always paint the entire interior, Ivy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, though I wonder what necessitates spraying the interior before I put the roof on. To be fair, you only do it on one, the rest of the rhinos will be glued shut. Yeah, painted my interior before building the rest of the rhino. But you are a master builder. We expect that from you. You do all the cool shit. Whereas we are just mere minions. The merest of minions. Let's brew out the way. I'll be honest, like between like you, Rob, and Electric Eve, I've even thought about painting the interior myself as well. Something that I don't necessarily do. Sometimes you just get inspired by the madness of others. Madness, I tell you. Oh, what a schmuck. What a twat. For some reason, I thought I'd be able to just pop that in there, but no, you cannot do that. I was about to say, don't waste the effort. Then I remembered my Terrax and the hazard strikes are meticulously painted on the interior weapon-based doors. Internal weapons-based doors. Yes. I was going to paint the interior of my Terrax and then realise it would not look right with a transport vehicle with the doors open. Do it as a Ferris tribute dread. No. There's no escaping it with the Terrax. Still haven't built my Terrax. 3 years. 3 long years. Three long, audacious years. It is a really nice bit of kit. It's really nice. It's a big thanks to Leaky for the magnet advice. I'm going to have to stop watching your videos, Leaky. Each time I watch it, it makes me want to buy more stuff. Bad influence. Yeah. Welcome to the home of the enablers. Still have it in there. Wow. It must be getting awfully lonely in there. But what's going to be transporting your dreadnoughts? Or 20-man strong weapons teams, or close combat teams, or whatever you want to put in it. It's a lot of potential units can go in that. Leviathan is one of them. I will kill it, but I need to bang out some more infantry first after the Kratos Sun painting a 10-man missile squad. Need to build a support squad. Not sure to put in the, yeah, that's the thing, is that's what I always get stuck on. Still not decided whether or not I want to Charybdis or just a Legion drop pod for my Leviathan. I would actually love to see a support squad coming out with all flamers. It's a shame you can't have tactical support squads up to 20. 20 of them with flamers just charging out of a Spartan. Yeah, gonna toast you good. Me toast you long time. But how about graviton guns nowadays in the new Age of Darkness? Because again, I have no book. I don't know. I did like to default to grav guns in the last edition. View on Volkite calivers is that they're expensive for the firepower they offer. Incredibly cool looking though. That is the problem. I dropped it again. Not good with the odd droppage. I'll have enough Marines to make all the weapons choices. I was thinking about magnetising it, but it would be such a fiddly task. Well, yeah, there would be that. A lot of patience for that one, indeed. Metals are an option. With the AOD box, everyone and their dog will be using at least one Spartan and a bit more anti-armour. It could be fun. Yeah, you got to have something like that, really. That is a big unit just to turn up and go, hi guys, I've got all the melters. Because one melter is never enough. So you've got to have that ability to shoot the crap out of things. Get off. For sure, they are good against Dreads and Terminators as well. I reckon I can do at least one squad of Rotors just because they look awesome. I was thinking about doing 2 squads of Volkite Calibers, and now I'm leaning towards Flames and Rotor Cans. Especially if you're using Rhinos. Having all that dudes turning up. So I did ask earlier on, but I haven't got any replies from you guys. For the fist weapon, I was leaning towards doing a Grav in the fist, but how are they now in the new edition? So if one of you guys could just check in the books they have to hand, that would be most appreciated even. That's all right. I was busy talking about your own stuff. This is fine. This is a hobby hangout. You can talk about whatever you want. I was just asking a question. I want to join in. I want to be part of the gang. Range 18, AP 1, AP full blast 3, concussive 1, graviton pulse and haywire. Yeah, okay, it's going to be Grav. Who was I kidding? It was always going to be Grav. If I can find Grav. Where's Grav? Where's Grav gone? P19. Oh, there you are. It's right there. I'm glad I have the Equita with the Grav Flux Bombard. They'll be have a lot of fun with that one. And why the hell not? B20. Oh, there you are. Doop 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 doopy doop doop doo. Hoopy doop 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 doo. Oh, 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 magnet. Crash and grab charge, not bombard. But yeah, massive 7-inch is hilarious. Now, do I go for the chlory ones or do I go for the normal grabby ones? Obviously, it makes no real difference to the what it actually does, but B28. So B28 is the thumb for both versions. Oh, sure, that's quite vicious, Rob. I use the spiky fingers just so they know they can feel it. We 22 there. Yeah, spiky ones do have a certain je ne sais quoi. I'm signing off. Early start tomorrow. Fun chatting. Catch you later. Alright, take it easy, buddy. I hope you have a nice sleep. Probably done similar poses to this before, but don't know what it is, but I'm really liking autocannons at the moment. And the Contemptor one is just proper sort of raw. That's the official term. It is just pure raw. Get those little barrels on. Time for sleepy cheese. Aww. Been fun hanging out with you. It's been lovely to have you here, my friend. And you've been promoted, well, you promoted yourself, but you've gone up in the world. You poo servitor, you. Burger servitor now as well. But thank you for hanging out, Muddy. It was really nice having you here. And talking rules and stuff. It's enjoyable. And I've learnt things. Hopefully you'll be back again another day. Nice having Leaky come in. Good old stick, that boy. Bugger. Where's the little bugger? There's the little bugger. The reason why I was saying bugger, because I just realised I missed off a piece. So I had to just brutally removed. Till next time. Alright, dude, take care. And we'll see you soon. In one shape or another. Those little giblets. More glue. So basically, because I can't see myself in the small thing. So the arm's magnetised, so we can obviously remove and manoeuvre the power fist. Obviously, whatever else we can pop in there. Just getting, haha, shoot you in the face, and then have the other arm, which we're just doing now. What's that little bit there? Nice. Quickly get this sorted out. Good. Did wonder about those. I saw him, it just didn't register in my sort of my minuscule brain. I really can't decide on how to position the guy spilling out this rhino. I can either have do one guy hanging out of each side, one coming out the top hatch, or shooting out the rear ramp. Well, if you're going to be painting the whole thing on the inside, then ramp down at the rear would be pretty cool. Or yeah, just like one out the top, one, because I think the door's open sort of that way, so it's hard to have one hanging out the side and still shooting because of the door being open the way it is. So it's either dropping the ramp out the back or the one out the top. It's definitely a bit of a doozy. Yeah, just have it like dragging and out of the rear. This bloody method's gone. Damn it! I've moved them. Oh, over here. It gives you more space, for sure. Oh my god. I can't believe we've had so many bots in here tonight. No word of a lot. I was obviously thinking about tonight earlier on, and thinking about Mouse, you know, the master of the master of bot assassins, assassins of bots, and stuff like that. I thought, wow, yeah, not really had many recently. It was just like 4 attacks, spam attacks today. Oh, you cow son. Man. Yeah, it's been a bit of an evening of the bottage. But what are you gonna do? Not a lot. Yes. So I was making sure that the magnets are all facing the same direction on both arms, so I can interchange if need be. Botticelli. I often think that myself. So that's that was the plan. So I'm twisting round, bringing up the grav gun to bear. Optional autocannon. Those legs off! Oh my god! So you got the one sort of leg in place. This one's just not playing. Turning on the pivot was the idea. At least the weapons are interchangeable. Kind of. Well, it is really. So you can just go with your auto cannons facing that way with the claw in that position. So at least with this one, because my other two contemptors for my current Legion they've both got close combat and ranged options. So with this, I can obviously take that off, give it melter cap, or whatever weapon you got, or yeah, heavy bolters, like twin heavy bolters or less cannons. So you've got some nice weapon options there in this kit. It is a very posable dreadnought. I'll check that out in a sec. But yeah, I really do like these kits. Yes, it's a learning experience, but now I've got that out of the way. It's something that I can see replicate if need be. Not that I probably will do with these guys, because this will be my third, and that will be my Talon. I don't want to go OTT with Dreads. So you got one Leviathan and 3 Contemptors. So that's a nice balance, if you know what I mean. But as I said, this one can be the fire support options. So I know with the new kit that they've got, like the individual Contemptor, where you've got the optional armor plates, and you've got more weapons available in there. So that's definitely going to be fun to get hold of one of them, just for the weapon options. Havoc launcher. Again, if it's going to be a fire support one, I suppose you could do it. I didn't magnetize it, as you can see. But yeah, either way, or just keep that to one side. Might use it somewhere else. Can't wait to paint a Contemptor. I don't blame you. The Alpha Legion ones in particular are really nice. They are a really, really nice kit to work with as well. So you can't really go too far wrong with them. But yes, no, it's not out yet. We still, obviously, they've been showing off the Predators, haven't they? So we've still got them, plastic Sicarans at some point. So lots of stuff for us to get our teeth into over the course of months and years, and anything else that pops up in between. So like Mechanicum is next month, and yeah, it'll be so exciting times. It's great to be alive in the age of darkness. So I think that'll be it for tonight. So we have our latest Contemptor for, what did I say? Iron Warriors. So yeah, the kit's really good. As long as you've got the appropriate magnets, which are a 4x2 mil, or just go with 4x1s, because you need 4x1s for the weapons themselves, 4x2 in there, but you might as well just have to use two 4x1s together. And just make sure you just glue them all the right type of polarity. But yeah, so that's our little Contemptor dude. So there he is, all hunky funky in all his grey goodness. But yes, I think that will be it for tonight. As I say, I've got an early start as well, to be fair. So all that's left for me to say is, he's there, he's staring at us. Thank you very much for again hanging out with us on a hobby hangout and participating in the conversation, the chat, like, subscribe, all those things that all the real proper YouTube people say. All helps and it's all appreciated. And thank you for tuning in, joining in, and hopefully you got some hobbying done this evening. Yeah, so yeah, it's Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, so yeah, we're back again Saturday, 8 PM BST, which is 3 PM EST, on +1 in Europe. And plus lots if you're in Australasia, which there are a few people I know that watch or that subscribe that are based over there and watch videos, which is really cool. So much appreciated. So until next time, happy hobbying, and I hope you all have a nice few days before we're all back at it again. So take care till then. See you later. Bye.